Kriya Yoga, you would have heard this word. What is the meaning of the word Kriya Yoga? It's explained in the very first sutra of the second chapter of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Tapasvadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. What is Kriya Yoga? Tapas, Svadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanani. These three combined together is what we call as Kriya Yoga. Let's understand this in detail. Tapas means the burning desire to achieve a reach of level of perfection that we aspire for. Tapas is also this inner enthusiasm we have to reach a stage of perfection. Svadhyaya is what we call as self-study. It's only through the study of the scriptures, it's only through the study of those texts through which we gain insight and knowledge can we reach a stage where we have clarity in life. And once we do all the actions that needs to be done in order to burn away our desires, and then we do a lot of self-study because of which we gain clarity and insight. Once you do this, you have to surrender. Ishvara Pranidhana means surrendering to the lotus feet of the God. You do everything that needs to be done, and then once you reach a stage where you feel like, okay, you've learned enough, then you surrender saying, okay, all I am now is because of you. I have nothing belongs to me. This is how you reach a stage where you let go of the pride and you make peace with humility. Tapas Svadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. The first sutra of the second chapter. What is this tapas? See, tapas is this inner desire or the blazing desire that you have to burn away the impurities of the body, mind. We all have impurities in the body level. We all have impurities in the level of mind and the level of senses. But we are aware of that, and we now embark on a journey to free ourselves from all these desires. Why? See, because if we have this impurities at the level of the body, at the level of the mind, at the level of the senses, these will act as hurdles or impediments for us to grow ahead on the path of sadhana, for us to grow ahead on the path of yoga. Tapas is this inner desire each one of us need to cleanse ourselves and to free ourselves from all the impurities at the level of the body, at the level of the mind, at the level of the senses. This is the first step of Kriya Yoga. What? Cleansing ourselves. We have to be free of impurities. We don't want anything from the body to affecting us in the form of impurities. We don't want impurities in the form of mind. We do not wish to be dragged by our senses. This is the first step of what? Of Kriya Yoga. Then comes Svadhyaya. Svadhyaya is the study of sacred texts. Study of those texts, those scriptures, by studying which you gain a sense of calmness and quietness within, and as a result of which clarity dawns. You've read so many textbooks in schools, colleges and whatever. You've read countless novels. But has this journey of reading different books led you to a state where you feel free? If not, then it's time for you to think about what exactly you're doing. The study of any kind of scripture, for example, since we're talking about yoga, I talk about the study of yogic scriptures, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali or the Hatha Yoga. When you read these texts, you gain a sense of clarity within you. And once you gain clarity, a new wave of energy comes. A new wave of calmness and quietness engulfs your entire being. Your mind is calm and composed. Your ego is kept aside. Your intellect becomes sharp. If this is not happening by the studies that you're doing, it's high time for you to think as to what exactly you're doing. If the scriptures or if the subjects that you're studying isn't calming down the mind, isn't helping you, understand your ego and set it apart, and if it's not making you intellectually sharp, then it's not meant for you to even study that subject or text for that matter. This is the true purpose of education, for you to free yourself from all the ego, to become more humble on the inside, and to gain sharp insight, or what we call as sharp intellect, so that you can discriminate between what is right and what is wrong. If this is not happening, then I don't call that education at all. Svadhyaya, this is what used to happen in the earlier days in our Gurukula system of education. After years of study, the student, when he or she is learning under the guidance of a guru, Acharya, after years of studies, they have this clarity and insight, and a result of which they understand the true purpose of why they are born. And after 20 plus years of education, they spend the next whatever number of years in order to reach there. This is the true purpose of Swadhyaya, self-study. And once you do this self-study for years together, and then you start implementing these in real life, a lot of real life experiences starts to unravel from within you. But you should never ever claim authority over these things. You have to surrender everything that you have learned to the lotus feet of the God. You don't believe in God, surrender it to much higher energy. All that you are today, all that you were earlier, and all that you're going to be ahead in life is all because one energy that is much more superior than what you are. This is what we call as Ishvara. Ishvara Pranidhanani is surrendering to the lotus feet of the God. You don't understand this yogic words, it doesn't matter. You understand the word surrender and gratitude, right? After you've done countless number of years of studies, you have to develop an approach of gratitude within you. If gratitude isn't something that you have learned after years of studies of intellectual bombardments, I don't think knowledge has ever played an important role in the evolution of you as a human being. This is the true purpose of knowledge. The intellect has to become free. If the intellect hasn't become free, if you don't feel this approach of gratitude, if you haven't even had a glimpse of gratitude, then all these years of studies will only lead to suffering and suffocation down the line. Gratitude and surrender is very, very important. These three combined together, tapas, the burning desire to free yourself from the impurities of the body, mind, and the intellect. Swadhyaya, the study of the scriptures or the study of the texts that help you gain clarity, and surrendering to the lotus feet of the God. This is what Kriya Yoga is all about. There's a very famous yogi by the name of Yogananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda, who has established something called as Yoga Satsang Society of India. If ever you get a chance, go and learn the art of Kriya Yoga from him. He's also written a wonderful book called as Autobiography of a Yogi, which will act as a basis for you to understanding what Kriya Yoga is all about. Once you continue to grow on the path of Kriya Yoga, you'll understand the tapas that you do is very essential. Why? Because our bodies are only purified by self-discipline. This is what we call as tapas. Self-discipline is one of the ways you can understand the word tapas. And self-disciplining oneself is very, very important for you to reach a stage where you gain clarity, gain insight about how your body functions, and you cleanse your body. And self-study is very, very important. Why? See, because our mind is the source of love. If we don't feed it the right information, riots will run here. For you to reach a stage of epitome of love, self-study is very, very important. This is the most simplest way of understanding why you have to study. You have to develop an art of loving yourself. That is not going to happen if you study garbage. You have to study those things which invoke a sensation of love within you towards subject, towards yourself, towards the nature, and towards everyone who are around you. You're getting most frustrated after countless hours of studies. You have to start thinking again. And once all these starts to happen, because of the love, because of immense love, what is the first thing that happens? You surrender. If you're someone who has no gratitude in yourself, now you know what the reason is. You lack love. And why is it you lack love? Because there are a lot of impurities in the body. Purity in the body results in love. Once you reach a brink of, once you've filled your cup of love, then gratitude flows. This is what Kriya Yoga is all about. I hope this was insightful. Do let me know what you felt in the comments below. I really look forward to reading them. If you found this useful, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with the person who's in need of it, for we can change another person's life in a click of a button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.